Hey guys, today what we're going to be doing is looking at solving equations. So this is going to be a little review from what we did at the beginning of the year. And so what we're going to do is remind ourselves about certain strategies. So whenever we have two fractions that equal each other, how I solve these is I'm going to cross multiply. So I'm trying to solve for the variable n here. And I'm going to do that when I cross multiply. I'm going to get -1 parentheses n plus 8 is equal to -5 times the quantity of n minus 3. Now all I'm going to do is distribute to both terms to get -1n plus 8, -1n minus 8 is equal to -5n plus 15. Now I'm trying to solve for n, so I'm going to get them on one side of the equal sign. So what I'm going to do is add 5n on both sides of the equal sign to get 4n. I'm also going to add 8 on both sides, and that'll give me 23. Then all I'm going to do is divide both sides by 4 to get n is equal to 23 over 4. All right, so that's the first one. Let's go ahead and look at the next one. On this one, if we remember, whenever we have decimals, we really don't like decimals, so we want to do a thing called clearing the decimal or a decimal buster. So what I'm going to do is I notice that the biggest decimal is in the hundredths place. So that has the most decimal in the hundredths place. So what I'm going to do is multiply each and every term by 100. And that will give me 103x minus 400 is equal to -215x plus 872. Now while I have bigger numbers, it's kind of easier to deal with now that I don't have fractions. So I'm going to get all of the variables on one side of the equal sign. I'm going to do that by adding 215x on both sides of the equal sign. This will give me 318x. And then I'm going to add 400 on both sides of the equal sign. This will give me then, 318x is equal to 1,272. And then what I'm going to do is divide both sides by 318. And I'm going to get x equals whatever 1,272 is divided by 318. So let me bring up my calculator so we can solve this. 1,272 divided by 318. And that's going to equal 4. So x equals 4. Okay, so now let's look at this one. What I want to do is I need to solve for x. I'm going to start by distributing this -3 to each term inside. -3 times 2x is -6x. -3 times -5 is positive 15. Is equal to, now I'm going to distribute a half. A half of -12x is -6x, and a half of 30 is positive 15. And I want you to notice right off the bat that they're exactly the same. That's interesting. So let's continue to solve this. If I added 6x on both sides, I'm going to get 15 equals 15. That is a true statement. So this would be all real numbers. That means any number I plug in for x, I'm going to get the same. I'm going to get a true statement. So that would be all real numbers. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this one now. First thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify this by distributing this 2/7. This will give me 2 over 7a minus, I'm going to do 2 over 7 times 14 over 1. Plus 2 is equal to 2 over 7a. I'm going to combine 5 minus 3, which will be positive 2. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify this up a little bit more. 2 times 14 is 28. 7 times 1 is 7. And 28 over 7 is 4. So I'm going to have 2 over 7a minus 4 plus 2 is equal to 2 over 7a plus 2. I can combine like terms again, and then that will give me 2/7a minus 2 is equal to 2 over 7a plus 2. I'm going to get the a's on one side by subtracting 2/7a on both sides. And what's going to happen is they're going to be cancel, and I'm going to be left with negative 2 is equal to 2. That is not a true statement. So because I have no more variables and I'm just left with just numbers, and it's a false statement, this would be then no solution. Okay. Well, if you guys have any more questions, please feel free to email me or teachers. Have a great day.